It's a lunch hour in Vegas, and we're on the dot with Dot and Mia here on PHLV Radio.
Hi, I'm Mia.
And hello, Mia, and I'm Dot. Hello, USA. Hello, Philippines. Hello, world. We are from the University of the Philippines Alumni Association of Nevada.
Welcome to the pilot episode of On the Dot, a show where we give you casual yet professional answers to your concerns about your love life, family life, social connections, career, and finances through effective life coaching processes. This is a fundraising project of the University of the Philippines Association, Alumni Association in Nevada, as a public service to the community to provide emotional and mental relief during these difficult and trying times.
Sounds big, Mia. Sounds big. But please be aware that we're only offering coaching processes. And as a certified life coach with the Quantum Success Coaching Academy here in Las Vegas, my only aim in this program, along with Mia, is to provide you with shifts in perception about your problems and situations. That's it, shifts in perception. Because coaching is not advice giving, so we're not going to give advices. It's not psychotherapy. That's even hard to spell. Or counseling. So we make no guarantees, whether expressed or implied, about results to be achieved in this show. We want to have fun and we want to help you. So in addition, the University of the Philippines Alumni Association of Nevada holds no responsibility over the elements of this show, as well as PHLB Radio. Okay, yes.
Well, our topic for the day is long distance relationship, or LDR for the millennials. What is LDR? LDR is a romantic relationship between two people who live far apart.
Is it possible, Mia, to have an LDR, like you're in the same room, but you feel like so far and yet so near? Is that LDR?
I don't think so. I think it's about the location of the two people.
All right.
So it may be here in the US and someone's in the Philippines or somewhere else. So I think that's how they define long distance relationship.
And it's very relevant right now because we cannot travel. There's no travel from here to anywhere in the world. And so even in the Philippines, there are restrictions within provinces. So I'm also wondering if LDR, you defined here a romantic relationship between two people who live far apart. I think that's the focus of our talk today.
Right.
Is it also possible that LDR can be applied to, parents and children? Or friends, or say if you remove the word romantic, and then this is a relationship between two people who live far apart, and these two people desire to be together. So, yeah, I think so.
I would think
yes.
so. In any relationship, I guess it would apply.
Yes, but this one is more exciting because
More
it's
about love.
romantic.
Yes.
All right. So, what do we have?
Our letter sender is wants to remain anonymous.
Okay. Is that his first name or his last name?
No. We want to call him Mr. Anonymous, but he would prefer to be called Juan.
Juan. Okay.
Okay, the letter goes. Should I read it? Isn't this invasion of privacy if I read your letter?
Well, he sent the letter to us to be aired on radio and wherever this is aired, social media and on the air. Yes. So I guess we have his permission.
All right. So, dear Dot, I am what they say is a hopeless romantic. An eligible bachelor that just hit 40, holds a thriving career in the mortgage world, owns several investments, has a loving family, and a single dad. I would like to share my story about my long-distance relationship when I was much younger. It is my hope that your listeners will learn from what I went through. My ex-girlfriend is married now with a child, so let us call her by a fictitious name, another fictitious name, Maria.
So Juan and Maria.
Juan and Maria.
Okay.
Maria and I are childhood sweethearts. She is everything a man would wish to come home to and call his wife. We share the same interest in music and our wavelengths are in tune. We understand and trust each other, and everything was perfect until I had to go and migrate to the States in the year 2004.
I would assume that Juan is a Filipino.
Uh, yeah, most,
Possibly.
yes,
Okay.
most
Yeah,
probably.
let's just assume he is. Okay.
We managed to keep in touch in the beginning through emails, phone calls, using phone cards back then, and
Oh, yeah.
social media wasn't as strong as it is now.
Yes, I remember that time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
those were expensive. They get expensive.
Uh-huh.
But with all the adjustments I had to go through, the loneliness, the cost of phone calls, there were no free calls like FaceTime then, the uncertainty of the future and what lies ahead, the negativity of people around us, we could not keep the relationship going and ended it.
Goodbye. Oh.
Our pride did not help either. Maria had a chance to come to the States to visit, but she never took it.
Mm-hmm.
I would look for her every time I went home to the Philippines,
Oh, yes. So he's
There you
from the
go.
Philippines. Yes.
but she would avoid me. We drifted apart and eventually she got married and now has one child. With social media, we reconnected a few years ago and we talked about and wonder what might have been.
Mm-hmm.
Really. At times, I was tempted to rekindle our love, and she mentioned the idea did cross her mind as well.
Hmm. Okay.
God fearing as I am, though, I let her go and told her to work it out with her husband and family. I have a daughter now with a different woman in another failed relationship. Single and dating, often hoping to find someone that I am meant to be with. At times, I wonder what we or I could have done differently to make it work. I can only look ahead, though, and hope to find my forever. Thank you for listening to my story and more power to your new program.
Yes.
Who won?
Thank you. Who won? Who won? Who
So I
won?
guess his question is what he wonders at times if if there's anything that he could have done or they could have done to make it work.
That's especially now that they're reconnected. So we know that we are so aware of the power of social media, the reconnection from the past, and um, it's very tempting to visit revisit the past and then look for your ex,
The exorcist.
look for your ex so many exes, to look for them, and then to, it's human nature to wonder, I wonder what happened to her or him. I wonder what it feels like if we get to talk again. I wonder if we talked again, would the fire still be there,
Correct.
would there still be?
Curiosity.
Yes.
Fill the
So what is dangerous there is if both or either of the parties involved, they are already committed to relationships, like
Married.
they're already married or anything. And what's difficult about that is if you're not aware of your intention, say Juan, so I'm going to talk to Juan. Juan, if you're not aware of your intention, if you're not very clear about your intention in reconnecting with Maria, and then also what do you want to do with your life right now? Okay, so in coaching, we partner with our clients. Okay, so I partner with my clients here. I just want to read this one. It's partnering with your client in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them or him or Juan for this matter to maximize his personal and professional potential. So that's according to the International Coaching Federation. So Juan, if I'm going to partner with you as your coach. So I will be asking you, what's your intention? If your intention is to simply wonder about what could have happened and no more than that, then we can talk about that. And maybe you want to know why you did not end up with each other and why other people ended up with each other. So for one, maybe for you is number one, the fact that you did not end up with each other, you and Maria, that means you're not meant to be for now. But who knows, if you reconnected today or tomorrow and things go your own way and the puzzles fall into place, then maybe, who knows, maybe you will reconnect with each other and find love again. But we are in the infinity of life. There are no absolutes, really. Like you put a dot on the dot. Excuse me. You put a dot on in your situation, and then the dot also signals the beginning of a new sentence or the new idea. So it could be a semicolon for you too. A semicolon has a dot and a comma, or a colon. That's two dots.
Continuation of the
Yes. So for one, didn't happen, and then you moved on. You got married. You have kids now, and then you separated. I don't know what happened to your marriage. And then Maria has her own life.
I think he said he's single and dating.
He's single, so maybe single like a widower or a
Never
divorcee or never married. Okay, that's so many things could happen while you go
Meron
single,
siyang-
right?
Yes, Tatga.
A what?
A Tatga, the one that got away.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Explain, Mia. Explain. The one that got away.
It's your love that you let go. In this
Okay.
case, I guess Maria is Juan's Tatga.
The one that got away, or the
Yeah.
one that didn't want to come to the U.S. Yes?
Or couldn't go
Couldn't.
to the US when he migrated in 2004.
So many things happened.
Yeah.
So one key point there, or you would say, Mia, the hugot. Can you
Yes.
explain hugot for a moment?
Hugot is like the learnings that you get from a story. It's more like a deeper learning. Hugot is
Okay.
a Tagalog word.
All right, like a takeaway.
Yes,
Something
there you
like
go.
that. Yes,
that's
okay.
what it is.
My takeaway there is the both of you never had the same will,
Oh, intention.
the same intention. Yes, maybe you had the same intentions
True.
in the beginning, but you went different ways. You went separate ways. So her no to you could be a yes, her yes to herself. That's a very interesting point, because when I say no to you, Mia, for example, that means I'm following my guidance and I'm saying yes to myself.
Huh.
Yes?
Kind of. Can you explain that a little bit more?
So
I'm
for example,
confused.
you offer me shrimp, for example.
Mhm.
And if I were allergic to shrimp, so you have good intentions for me, you want me to enjoy shrimp,
Shrimp,
but shrimp
yeah.
is deadly for me.
Oh,
So I
okay.
say no to you, but I
Ah,
say
okay,
yes
now
to
I
my
get it.
health.
Right,
Okay,
right.
so
Okay.
so Maria's no to Juan could be her yes to her inner
Oh,
guidance.
Right.
Did she have dreams for herself? Did she want to stay in the Philippines for good?
True, yeah.
That could be her own direction. Did she have other ambitions that she never really expressed to Juan? And so many other factors. So the things that did not happen, we don't know the factors. We don't know for sure.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Right.
But the interesting thing is, excuse me, not all long distance relationships are difficult. There are easy ones, or there are ones that turn out for the common intention of both parties, like our beloved Mia here. We will talk about that, Mia, in a little bit. So what else did Juan say? What else did he say? He said he also got into a failed relationship.
After, right? And he has a daughter now.
One or two more failed relationships. We don't know.
We don't know. He didn't say. But
And-
he did say he's dating, single and dating.
single and dating?
Often.
Often. So find the pattern. One, sit down with yourself, go inward, look for the patterns in your relationships. How are you showing up in your relationships? Do you have fears that keep coming up? Do you have dramas? Do you have statements and belief systems that keep showing up? For example, maybe you're talking about, oh, it's so difficult to be married. Oh, it's so difficult to find the right woman for my children. That is a belief system. That is a statement that may be true for you, but may not be true for everyone else. So I would recommend you question your beliefs about relationships, children, women, yourself, living in the States, immigration. So many things are coming into play in this particular situation. So there's one thing that I would like to play with you, Mia.
Oh no.
Yes, we can't play with our beloved PHLV main man here, Mr. Yo, Kuya Yo. So I'm gonna play with you, Mia. This is one process that anybody who seems to be in the same who finds himself in the same position as Juan, or maybe Maria. Maybe Maria has the same thoughts. What could have happened?
What happened?
Yeah. So yes, this process is called virtual reality. Okay. So virtual reality, remember, that the thing that you cover, you put on, and then you shift from your physical reality right now, and then you enter another field or another dimension, which is virtual for you. It's not in real time where you are, where your body is. So, but your brain is working on that. Okay. So this virtual reality will only take, let's say, do I have a time here? Let's say just a few seconds. Okay. So I'm going to take you through this process. You will close your eyes and you're going to describe. Okay, put yourself now. For example, you're in a relationship with someone, but he's far away. He's downtown, okay?
Downtown?
He's downtown. And you want to be with
enough?
him. Let's say downtown is like 100 miles from here.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe it's a plane ride away.
Philippines.
All right, so
Okay,
downtown Manila.
Okay.
And so you're going to close your eyes. Wait, not yet. Don't close your eyes yet. I will have to ask your permission if you want to do this.
Yes, of
Completely.
course.
Yes, okay, go ahead.
Very interesting. Okay, let's do this.
So when you close your eyes, Mia, you take a deep breath and relax your shoulders. It's okay. You can move your body, find your center. Yes. Okay. You're going to describe to me, if you have a name for your beloved, you're going to describe to me the most beautiful scenery you could ever find yourself in with him. The most beautiful, the most ideal, the best imagined reality for the both of you. So give or take maybe 10 sentences, or tell me where you are. Go ahead.
It's a place that's full of water and clear blue sky. And well,
Are you outside?
yes, outside. It's more
Are
like
you-
a beach setting, like a Shangri-La.
Are you together?
Yes.
And is it daytime or
It's daytime,
afternoon?
the sun's out, water's clear, and we're together, yes.
You're together. Are you with other people or just the two of you?
With my virtual world, it's with me and him.
And are you talking or just staring at each other? What are you doing?
We're looking at the ocean.
And are you holding hands or just standing close to each other?
His arms are wrapped around me.
Ah, yes. How do you feel, Mia, while he's
Yeah.
doing that?
Happy and contented.
Yes. And how does he feel? Do you know how he feels?
He's happy too. He gets to spend alone time with me.
Yes. Listening to you, I get goosebumps, Mia. I get goosebumps. Okay,
I'm
so
getting scared.
yeah, don't be scared. I'm not going into your intimate life right now. So
Okay.
take a deep breath, Mia. Yes, and come back to the room. We're at the studio, and here we are. How did you feel while that was going on?
It was nice actually. It was very relaxing and calm, and
Mhm.
you know,
Were you jittery? Were you afraid of the future when you were thinking of
no.
that? No. Yes. So this process can be used by people who are far from each other, and
Oh,
the skill that they're using here is positive imagination. We are so programmed and conditioned to use our imagination in the negative sense, in the negatives, like, oh, don't go there, you might fall. That's how parents tell their children,
yeah, yes.
no, 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 it's so dark, it's dangerous out there. That's negative. That's the negative use of imagination. But if we use positive imagination, it's also called what if up instead of what if down. Instead of thinking about what if something wrong happens, what if something nice happens? So you're projecting yourself and your beloved into a future or a different dimension, so to speak. Maybe you're in the now, but you're projecting your reality in that imagined space and time. And the outcome for you is your body feels good, you feel relieved, your emotions feel lighter. Is your mind calmer? Is your
Right.
mind excited to be with
Yes,
him?
yes. You
Yes.
feel relaxed and
Yes.
calm, yeah,
Yes.
after that
Yes.
exercise.
Yes. So that is the power of virtual reality and positive imagination. That is one thing that we can do if we are so far apart from people we love. And instead of worrying and finding means and uh, um, tiring ourselves out looking for,
The negative.
yes, looking for the negative and looking for ways to be with them in the impossibility of the COVID, the pandemic,
Right.
the
Which is happening
apocalypse.
to a lot of people now.
Yes. So use the mind to calm the body, to uplift your emotions, to train your whole system to be in the present moment and to find something to appreciate, something to be grateful for, and something to look forward to. So, the question, for example, nothing happens, the COVID pandemic runs on and on, God forbid, and you don't get to see each other. What do you do now? That's a big question, right?
Right.
How are you going to feel about that, and how are you going to move forward? So there are many other things that I can recommend to you, like writing your scripting. Scripting is one. You write a script for how you want to move forward, and then
Do you do this together or
you
by
can do.
yourself?
He can do that wherever he is. She can do that. A tandem works very well in the law of attraction, where two or more are doing the same thing, they will be very, very powerful. So I'm going to ask you, we're going into that now because I know that this is also part of our show now, and I'm going to relate one's situation with you. You being our member, our highlight right now. Part of our show highlights members of our association, the UP Alumni Association in Nevada. I'm looking at the camera now. I was looking at Mia. Okay. So today's member highlights is my co-host Mia. And she will also talk about her LDR, her long distance relationship with her husband, Timothy or Timo. Mia is a realtor at Compass Realty. Realty?
Realty and
Realty and Management. And Timo, is that the way to pronounce it?
Um,
Timo?
he said to correct it. In the US, he's called Timo,
Timo.
but in the Philippines, it's Timo.
Timo.
It's for
Okay.
Timothy.
Yes,
Timothy.
okay. Timothy is a personal banker at Chase. Okay, so here, Mia, um, what worked for you and Timo? You want to tell us how your LDR went from LDR to NDR, near
NDR.
near distance. That's my
That's a
okay.
new acronym. So, what worked for us? Well, we went through a long distance relationship for 3 years. When he went to the US, like Juan here, the
Okay.
same situation. But we were fortunate enough to work through all the hurdles of this LDR.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, it was back in the 90s, so things were kind of very much different actually. But I think what worked with us was one, there's constant communication.
Mm-hmm.
We did snail mail.
Yes, I remember that.
We had to spray perfumes on our
You did?
on the paper.
Romantic you. You did that? Was
We
that your
did that.
idea?
Yeah, the snail mail.
Was that your idea
No, it was his actually.
Oh,
No, but we
okay.
did that. We did the snail mail.
Mhm.
And then email was just starting then, but
Mhm.
it was very slow.
Mm-hmm.
So we managed to do that every day, even if the internet was so slow back in '93. And we saved money for the weekly phone calls.
Mhm.
That was important, the phone calls. And we sent. I'm gonna date ourselves now. We sent voice tapes.
Oh yes, I remember voice tapes.
Cassette
Mia, don't worry
Yeah.
about the dates. It means that we survived long enough.
Right, right. And we
Yes.
did music playlists because we
Okay.
love music.
Ooh.
So yeah. And remembering important dates was important. I would send gifts to him, and he would send gifts to me during special occasions.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was the main thing. The communication continued,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had realistic expectations. We wanted it to work, but we were also open to not working. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So we worked on making it work though, and we worked on being together. I wanted to come here, and he every chance that he has, he goes home to the Philippines.
Okay, you were there and no, you were there. He was here.
Yes,
Yes.
I was in the Philippines. He's in the U.S. So he went home once in 3 years, and I was able to come here in '96.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at the life here too, and to see if I would like it here
Mm-hmm.
as a tourist.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I went back the next year, we got married already in '97.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're best friends, and we remain best friends. So that was good too. We weren't thinking of each other as lovers. We were friends.
You were
To
friends.
begin
Yes.
with. Yeah,
Yes.
we were blockmates in college.
You know when I hear blockmates, it sounds to me like you were in cells. Yeah.
No, hopefully not. But,
No, no, no.
yeah, that was our
When you
first
say
year,
when you say block, you're referring to
freshman year in
yes,
college.
yes,
Yeah. So we were in the same block.
yes.
That's
Okay.
what they call it. The first semester was
Mhm.
through block.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then as I said, I tested the water to see if I like it or not. And when I said, I can live with it,
Mhm.
so we got married the next year.
Nice.
And then we took our chance. We took the
Yes.
leap of faith.
Oh,
I
yes.
took the leap of faith too, because I had a budding career in the Philippines then. And
Mhm.
I wasn't sure if I was prepared to leave all that for a domesticated life here. There's no maids or anything like that. So, and I was prepared to do it.
All
So,
right.
I think those are the things
Yes.
that made our LDR work. And we're married now. We have 3 children.
Yay. Did you just celebrate your anniversary or what?
In May.
In May. Okay. My hugot there, Mia. My hugot there is you're open to the possibility that your relationship would not work.
Correct.
And this is beautiful because it's called also in Buddhism or in other forms of spiritual practices. This is called non-attachment. Non-attachment to results. You throw out your intention into the universe, and then you leave it alone and let the universe water it, nourish it, make it thrive. It's like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you put it underground. You don't go there every day and check it out. Hey, seed, are you growing? You don't dig into the soil every day to check it out. And that is the essence of non-attachment. You don't control. You don't control how it happens to you. You don't. It's like squeezing something. When you're so attached to something, you squeeze it so tight, and then it loses its freedom. Sometimes you smash it to
Right.
smithereens. It's gone. So non-attachment, when you said here, open to not working, it's like you're giving the universe permission to, okay, do as you please. I am open to receiving the best, what I think is best for me and for my beloved, but I'm also open to not getting what I really want, but I trust. I trust that it's still going to work, and it worked for you. That is a beautiful thing to make a relationship work. Any relationship, whether long distance or near distance, NDR or LDR, is non attachment. It's not about being dependent, it's not about dependency or codependency, it's about freedom. The freedom for the other person to grow, the freedom for the relationship to grow, the freedom for your mind to grow and expand, the freedom for all of life to support you, us. And so we don't control every single thing. Attachment or being in so much control about a relationship, that's exhausting.
Yeah.
That's exhausting. It's like saying, I don't trust you. I don't trust the world. I don't trust the universe. I need to be in charge here. And how much do we know about the workings of the universe? We don't know past or future. So we release the results like you did, like you said, but you were single minded in your intention that you love each other, you're best friends, you respect each other, and the possibilities are endless. You could be together. And then you made the commitment to be here. You took a chance, you said.
Took a leap of faith.
A
and
leap
moved
of
to the
faith.
US.
Yes, you did not take a leap of failure. Note your word, a leap of faith. Nobody takes a leap of failure.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
that's
so it's a
suicide.
leap of faith. Yes, the risk here, we don't just take a risk of failure, but we also take a risk of magnanimity.
Success.
Yes,
Yeah.
success, overwhelming success. That's also we're using the word risk because it also means we let go of our limiting belief systems. The risk there is to let go, is to release old habits, old thoughts that no longer work. And are we willing to let that go? Okay, are we willing to question that? And so it worked for you.
Good.
Yeah, so that's my hugot. My hugot is the failure. Back to Juan, the failure. You said you're just using the word failure, but in present reality, you're also successful because you have children.
Right, right.
I
Yes,
am
a
sure
child
you
now.
have all forms of happiness happening to you. I am sure that uh, you have successes. So maybe that just one little thing, maybe big thing, okay? The love of your life. Love of my
He did
life.
say he's looking for
Looking
this
for
forever, and
is forever. Okay. So here, I can't answer everything and I don't want to answer everything because the power is within you. Okay? You have the power to search your truth, and we are here to offer shifts in your perception and how you can pursue your truth, discover your truth. So, question your beliefs, question the patterns, find the patterns that lead to failure, so to speak, disappointments, frustrations, limitations, and all that, a sense of obligation, a sense of tightness, and all that. Question them and then ask, I wonder if there's another way of seeing this. So that would be my parting words to Juan. I wonder if there's another way of dealing with my relationships, of loving, of expressing my love and experiencing love. Yeah.
instead of wondering what might have been.
Yes. Yes. Instead of entering the relationship with the question that, oh, here we go again. I wonder if she's the right woman or maybe the wrong woman. So use your positive imagination. You can do that too. Yep.
Very nice. Very
So,
nice. Thank you.
anything else? Did we?
I
Did
think
we?
that's it. He was mainly, expressing or telling us his story in the hopes that the listeners would be able to learn from it. So,
Yes. So I hope our listeners
Very
learn
nice.
from it. Yes. So is there anything else, Mia, that we're forgetting?
I don't. I think that's it. You covered everything. I like the virtual.
You like the virtual reality?
Exercise.
Yes,
Yeah,
virtual
I love it.
reality.
Yeah,
If
and I
you,
think it's gonna work too for
Mhm.
people in long distance relationship now.
there are so many other processes that people can do in order to elevate their emotions and sublimate the thoughts. Take care of the thoughts. Take care of your mental health.
Yeah.
It's very important in this pandemic time where we feel controlled and limited. Nobody can limit our thoughts.
True.
Nobody can limit the expansion of our minds. So, this is where we exercise our power, our faith, our full potential. Here, if we can't do anything on the outside, we create the things that we want on the inside. And when doors start to open, boom, we have it. So list them down. Other things that we can do, I'm just gonna call out some processes here. You did virtual reality. One other thing is clarity through contrast. Find something that you don't like, and then go from there. Uh, Twist it around, turn it around, and find the clarity. Okay, you don't like something, so what do you like? Then there's also the appreciation journal. If you're away from each other, you can have a journal. And each time you talk, at the end of each talk, you write in your journal the things that you really appreciate about each other. So you build it up. So maybe
nice.
it will take you 2 years to get to see each other. By this time, you probably have a thick, thick journal filled with appreciation for each other. And then there's also creating a void or a vacuum. This one I did. I was also in a long distance relationship.
Oh, with John.
So, yes. And well, that was long, like 5 years, I think.
Wow.
Yes. What I did was at some point, and I felt it was very long, it was very difficult. I said, really, am I prepared to be married? Am I really prepared to be married? And I surveyed my bedroom. I said, if I were married, where would this guy put his stuff?
Yeah.
I said, oh my God, yes. What if the visa is granted and all that? So what I did was I created a vacuum. I emptied one part of our closet. Yes, I emptied all that of my stuff, and then I said, I stood, and the drawers too, and then I stood back and I looked at the space and I said, this space is dedicated for John. Hi, John.
Nice.
Okay, this space is dedicated for the love of my life. And then in less than a month, the visa was granted.
Wow.
How cool is that? It sounds like magic, but we're really working with the universe. We're working with the law of attraction. But that's another topic. We don't want to talk about that now anymore.
I hear a lot about the law of attraction. Yeah, that would be a nice topic too.
Yes. Am I moving too much? I love this swivel chair. Yes. I like it here. So, if there's nothing else, Mia, we can show up again next week. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. So, I want to thank you all, our listeners, our viewers, our sponsors, our fans, our followers, the followers of PHLV Radio. Thank you for joining us today in our pilot episode. Hopefully, we were able to give you tips on how to empower your beautiful life and how to. Yes.
The new studio too.
This studio is new.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
It's
what we
beautiful.
heard. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Our pilot episode in the new
Yes,
studio
yes.
feature.
This is our public service to PHLV Radio in cooperation with the University of the Philippines Alumni Association in Nevada. Please text your questions, specifically and especially your love questions, because we're so interested. I'm such a sucker for love stories, Mia. 2702 498-6185. That's my number. Okay. Or email your letters to dotlenore@gmail.com. And at some point, this will be shown somewhere. DOTLENORE@gmail.com. We also invite all UP alumni who are listening or watching to please join our association, because we will be hosting the UP Alumni Association of America Grand Reunion and Convention next year, October 22nd to 24th here in Las Vegas.
But
Yes.
you don't have to limit your questions or letters
Yes.
with love. It can be about family,
Yes.
finances,
Yes.
career.
Career, health, social relationships, intimate relationships, your creative expression, your spiritual or psychosocial development, anything at all. Yes. We're open to that.
All right. Please join us every Wednesday, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time for On the Dot, where we give you casual answers, yet professional answers to your concerns with family, love, career, finances, anything you can think of. And we will meet you on the dot. We'll help you with these and more through effective coaching processes.
Yay.
Please download the PHLV radio app from the Apple Store or the Google Play, and we'll meet you next Wednesday, 12 noon on the dot.
dot. Yes. And if we receive your letters or text messages, we will feature them in our succeeding show. So please stay tuned. And remember, the love that you give is the love you receive.
So we'd like to end the show with a quote and a song about LDR. So the quote is, if you can love, trust, respect, and support each other from a distance, imagine what you can do together.
Together. Yay. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. See you next week.
See you next
Wednesday.
week. Yes. Bye.
Bye.